I deny this reality.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
Brother Abu and Brother Malachi is back at it again.
With a very quick video here. We have more substantial videos planned for the future, but a little quick discussion here on this fine Saturday afternoon.
Yes. Shabbat shalom to everybody.
Yes, or the Italians say, buon sabato, buon sabato.
Yes. All right, so I guess let's get down to it. So at this point, for a while now, we've been experiencing some good discussions, talking with certain Adventists, Seventh-day Adventists.
We've got years of experience now.
Yes, years of experience. And in particular, there's one who calls himself the Bible MVP.
The Bible MVP,
Yes. And one thing I've noticed in these discussions is there's a pattern of just flat out denying obvious facts.
You know what? I've encountered this as well, and you should title this video "7-Day Adventist Denials of Reality."
Oh, that's good. That's perfect. And that's you know what? That's what we're going to call the video. We're going to call the title of this video "The Denials of Reality."
Seven-Day Adventist Denials
of Reality.
I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait till this is up.
But let's get into some examples. I have a couple scriptural examples where we're talking about just straight up forward readings of the text. But before we get into those, you have one that you'd like to get into a little bit more of a philosophical one.
Yes. So in my case, right now, I actually think this is a good one to start with. So our Seventh-day Adventist friend who calls himself the Bible MVP, we had a disagreement about whether if Christ's, ascending to the Father, whether that precludes him from, for example, visiting the souls in quote unquote prison in 1 Peter, right? And our friend apparently thinks that Christ cannot be in more than one place at a time, right? That he has to be limited to just one place at any given time. So I asked him flat out if he denied Christ's omnipresence, right? And he claimed that it isn't scriptural, right? That's not scriptural. Christ being omnipresent isn't scriptural. Right? Now, for me, a fun way to show that Christ is not limited to a single location, not even during his earthly ministry, is simply to turn to verses, which like John 1:3 or Colossians 1:16, verses that show that Christ participated in the creation of all things. So that means anything that came into existence during Christ's earthly ministry was created by him, even if it's a star at the far reaches of the universe. If it came into existence while Christ was a baby in his mother's arms, he participated in the creation of that star, right? If an insect came into existence on the other side of the planet, like in China, Christ participated in the creation of that insect, right? Even though he was physically in Palestine on earth during his earthly ministry, he wasn't limited to that location, right? He was still holding together the whole universe and everything within it, according to Colossians 1:17.
And I see what you're saying, because too, creation is always taking place then.
Always.
Think about it.
And not just creation, him sustaining the whole universe. That's why I mentioned Colossians 1:17.
And Colossians 1:17 says, by him all things consist. Or as the ESV puts it, in him all things hold together.
Exactly, right? But amazingly, the self-described Bible MVP, right, he tried to claim that all creation stopped back in Genesis. Now, for the record, I don't believe that. I don't agree with that. I think a fairly literal reading of the active participles in the Hebrew text of Isaiah 42:5 would lead us to believe that creation continues on to this day. But whatever the case, putting that aside, I asked the self-described Bible MVP what I thought was a rhetorical question, but his answer showed that, it wasn't rhetorical for him. So I asked him, do you think that nothing was created during Christ's earthly ministry, right? I asked him, not even a single insect came into existence during those 30 plus years. And his answer was, not as far as I know, right? And that was amazing, right? His philosophical position, which hinges on denying Christ's omnipresence, resulted in him insisting that Christ has to be limited at one location at a time, and that resulted in him denying that insects or anything else was being created during Christ's earthly ministry. Now, if any other Seventh-day Adventists watch this video, I'd like for them to chime in at this point and, leave a comment, because I'd like for them to share if they agree or disagree with the view of this particular Seventh-day Adventist that we've been speaking to, right? Is it an official position of the Seventh-day Adventists to deny Christ's omnipresence?
Yeah, I'd like for other Adventists to comment. Do they all believe this way? Do they all deny Christ's omnipresence? But you know what? But moving forward onto the more plainly scriptural examples, I'd like to turn to 1 Samuel 28.
And this is something we've discussed in previous videos.
This is one of our favorite texts too. And this is the problem here, and it cannot be limited to just one possibly wayward Seventh-day Adventist.
Right, this isn't an issue with just one possibly misinformed Seventh-day Adventist right now.
This text is a problem across the Seventh-day Adventist spectrum.
I've seen this with multiple Seventh-day Adventists.
Yeah, in 1 Samuel 28, the witch of Endor pulls up the spirit of Samuel. Now, because the Seventh-day Adventists deny consciousness between death and resurrection, they feel the need to deny that was actually Samuel. But here's the problem. When he speaks, the text literally says, and Samuel said. You'll see Samuel said in the text.
Yep, that's literally what the text says. Samuel said.
And the Seventh-day Adventists will say, with a straightforward face, that doesn't mean that it's Samuel. Just because it says that doesn't mean it's Samuel. It doesn't mean he's the one that's speaking. So then I ask the question, okay, well, who said this? The text tells us that it's Samuel said. Samuel said it. But the Seventh-day Adventists will say, again, with a straightforward face, that Samuel wasn't the one speaking.
Look,
and you know what they say? They say that it was an evil angel.
Yeah. Look you dead in your eye and say, no, that just because it says Samuel said it doesn't mean Samuel said it, right?
Yeah, and so, to me, that's just a straight-up denial of reality. It's just a straight-up denial of reality.
That's nonsense. No, I deny this reality.
Yeah, yeah, that one has honestly boggled my mind for years, right? It's just amazing the sort of mental gymnastics that are needed for that one. But now we have another example, because that one's been going on for years. We have a more recent example.
This one takes the cake. I mean, this one is like the cherry on top of it. So this is a new thing here that he's been on lately. And this thing is to deny that the word Gehenna appears in the New Testament. And I've shown him in multiple verses appearing in the text. Like for instance, Matthew 10:28.
That's a good one.
And he's posted it to my Facebook forum denying it. He's posted screenshots of these text messages with me in which he denies it. Then he'll turn around and talk about the etymology of the word Gehenna, halfway admitting that the word appears in the text, only to go back and to deny that it's actually there. It's amazing. Again, I have to say this. Denying that the word Gehenna appears in the New Testament is just straight up denial of reality.
I deny this reality.
Oh, man. Yeah,
crazy.
that's why I want you to title this video, 7-Day Adventist Denials of Reality, right? And I have to admit, it's become so bad. With all due respect, I have to say it's become so absurd that it feels exasperating, right? It has me questioning the usefulness of continuing to try to dialogue with 7-Day Adventists.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. But with that, I'll close this short video out here. But I want to invite people to visit our discussions on this forum on Facebook. It's called Theological Society Discussions. All are welcome to join, and I'll share the link in the video description. But with that, we'll close here. Shabbat Shalom.
Buon Sabato. God bless.
God bless.
I deny this reality.